And good Thursday morning, or correction, good Thursday afternoon, South Louisiana. Well, ain't that a daisy? Looky, looky. So we got the white stuff over there in Texas and some over in northern Louisiana and through the Edwards Plateau there in Texas and over there to the piney forest. But as I put this into motion here, see, it's not going to move east very much um, as we go through the day. And uh, by the night, dry air takes rain, and that'll be it for any snow accumulations. However, as you can see up there through Ruston, Monroe, Bastrop, Jonesboro, uh, little snow showers will continue for the next several hours. Then it'll wind down, and it'll come to an end in Louisiana, and all that'll be left is here in southern Texas, and by the night, uh, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame, it'll be done. It'll all be dissipated. So uh, those of you that are seeing this on your radar apps on your phones, don't fret. Highly unlikely that this makes it into South Louisiana. Now, given that 2021 has went up another level of Jumanji compared to 2020, anything is possible at this point. But I give it a very slim chance, less than 1% chance that we see anything south of Leesville. Um, Even in Leesville and Fort Polk proper, you're probably not going to see anything. Um, Again, stranger things have happened, so uh, just if you do see anything, it's not going to be any accumulations. You've already got too much as it is. But for the most part, uh, anybody south basically of Manny or we'll zoom in here a little bit, give you a better perspective here. So uh, through Florian, anything south, basically from let's say between Anacoco and Florian, uh, anything south of Anacoco, no, highly unlikely you see anything. So Southwest Louisiana, 0% chance, and certainly Southeast Louisiana, don't even think about it. So uh, as we clear this out, um, we'll take a look at go to the visible satellite imagery here, and you can see uh, we're basically under the cloud deck here. Basically, the entire United States is just about under some sort of clouds, with the exception of the southwestern areas of the United States over here, uh, parts of California, uh, Arizona, Nevada, a little bit here in Utah, but other than that, and you see a few breaks up here through southern Missouri and northern Arkansas, but still got some clouds in there. So basically, things are going to stay mostly cloudy through tomorrow. And as you zoom in here, see these wave clouds. It's pretty cool looking to see. It's probably up at the upper level. So you got a few breaks around New Orleans, even south of Baton Rouge. So you may get to see some of this. Very, very cool to see on uh, satellite imagery. And uh, as we cancel this out and turn this off, we'll go back to radar here, and you see over here in Florida, they're getting nailed. Um, Tornado on a watch well offshore for water spouts and then inland uh, through the mid panhandle of Florida and the southwestern Georgia, uh, all the way up to central Georgia there. So uh, they could be in for a rough day today. Don't see any warnings, active warnings as of yet. Uh, Nevertheless, they could get popped. So I don't know why P typing is turned off on here, but there we go. So uh, there's the extent of your snowfall for the time being, and uh, that's pretty much going to take care of this. Let's see. This was at 9 a.m. in Montrose, Mississippi. Report from a general store in Montrose. Large branches had to be cleared off the roads this morning due to quarter-inch ice. Up in Philadelphia, Mississippi, numerous tree limbs down in Edinburgh. Highway 16 is passable through town, but ice is on Highway 16 bridge across the Pearl River. So, and even Yazoo City estimated nearly a half-inch total ice accumulation on trees. So, uh, this morning's been crazy. Little Rock, 14 inches of snow. This is actually just to the south of Little Rock. We'll zoom in here. So uh, that's crazy. I was talking with one of my cousins up in New York, and I was making fun of her having all that snow up there. And I asked my mom, I said, "Are you ready to move back home?" Cause we're in a group up there for that area, where mom grew up, where she was born, and where I lived a lot of my childhood. And had like 26 inches of snow on the ground. And my cousin, she mean mugged me. She says it's bad enough if she works in healthcare up there, and she's critical. She has to go to work regardless, and so she's not a happy camper having to drive in that because there's ice involved as well. So they've had ice and snow mixed with this, so it's treacherous up there. And I'm not talking about New York City, New York State. And she says it's bad enough with the 26 inches or so of snow. She says now I don't have nowhere to put the 18 to 12 inches more that's coming on top of that. So I said, well, feel free to send some down here. Look, folks, if we got 14 inches of snow here in South Louisiana, uh, you think the ice crippled us? Yeah, 14 inches of snow would just basically, it would be an extinction level event here in South Louisiana. Uh, so I guess that's, you know, good in a way that we didn't get that kind of snowfall. Although I'd have rather snow than the ice. It is what it is. So um, we'll take away radar here for a second and see if we can get the warnings and advisories to come up, because we do have a hard freeze warning that's in effect for a lot of areas at this point. And let's see if we get this to come up. There we go. So all areas in purple, hard freeze warning. And let's see, winter weather advisory. through 3 p.m. today uh, for areas just to the north of the Baton Rouge, just to the north of the state border counties here. So uh, Gloucester, Centerville, Macomb, Tylertown, you're all still under a hard freeze warning, but north of you, uh, hard freeze warning and winter weather advisory. That's effective until 3 p.m. Uh, Now there may be some stuff falling that's not detectable on radar. We saw this during the event a few days ago where radar was all clear, but areas all across the I-12 corridor in southeast Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Road, St. Francisville, over to Hammond, Amite, even I think the Covington area, and down into Gonzales and Ascension Parish, uh, people were getting snow flurries, big, well not big, but medium-sized flakes, and none of it was showing up on radar. So radar doesn't show everything, especially when it's following that light. But uh, there again, don't be surprised. So points further south from the Laplace over to New Orleans, and then southwestward through Thibodaux, Gray, Houma, down La Rose, Galliano, all the way to the mouth of the Mississippi River. You're under a freeze warning. Now, that being in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Um, as far as the hard freeze warning, uh, for southwest Louisiana, that stays in effect until noon tomorrow. And for southeast Louisiana, that hard freeze warning's in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if there's anything on the roads, it's going to freeze. I can tell you right now, uh, here at home base, I am at 32 degrees, hovering between 31 and 32. Uh, Winds are out of the north at 12 with a wind chill of 23. So uh, that wind's making it bitterly cold out there, and we'll show you the temperatures. And you see the temperature gradient here, pretty good. See the freeze line drops down, and let's get rid of the advisories here. I'll give you a better perspective. So you see everybody that's at freezing or below, and south of that, everybody's above freezing. So there's 5 degree or so temperature differential, and uh, front hasn't quite made its way over here into eastern sections of the North Shore parishes. Uh, it's coming. So uh, check your local zone forecast or your TV weather stations for your actual lows in your various locations on the website, which you see the link here, K3R7WX.com. And for those of you who don't know what K3R7 is, uh, that's the four-letter aviation identifier for the Jennings Airport. So, and WX is acronym for weather, or abbreviation for weather. So, uh, I got that domain when I still had the Jeff Davis Parish Weather and was basing it in Jennings. So, I just rolled it over instead of getting a whole new one and all that good stuff. I just made it K3R7WX.com. So if you go into the quick link section on the website, on the left hand or the right hand side, there's two columns, one for southeast Louisiana, one for southwest Louisiana, and it gives you most of the major towns in the area, and you can click on that, and that'll take you to the official National Weather Service zone forecast for your general area. And you get a idea of what the National Weather Service is forecasting for your area there. So um, with that, uh, generally most everybody's going to go into the mid 20s tonight, with the exception of south of Lake Pontchartrain. We potential in a freeze around 30 degrees or so. Um, Cameron and Vermilion parishes. Uh, you may see a freeze tonight, but it's not going to be a super hard freeze. So uh, again, we already got low water pressure. Actually, I have water. We have water here. It was supposed to be off today. Uh, Evidently, they cut it back on, but water pressure is still low. So um, this isn't going to help water matters. And don't be surprised if water goes out again. So, and if you haven't made preparations, if you've gotten water restored for any period of time and you haven't made preparations, storing some containers of water, uh, potentially to use to flush your toilets, um, that's on you. Uh, I refilled mine yesterday when they cut the water on, and yesterday afternoon, and so I'm good to go. If I need to flush the toilet, I got two flushes. So uh, don't worry, folks. The end is in sight. We're starting to warm up as we head back towards the weekend here. As we get out of the weekend, things will start to warm up, and uh, believe it or not, we still have ice and accumulated sleet still on the ground here at the house. I just poked my head out the door, so uh, I slept kind of late this morning, still feeling under the weather, and I just had to take a look outside and see what was what. And so, even with the little bit above freezing we had yesterday, it still wasn't enough to burn off all the ice. So, whatever's there today, so the roads don't accumulate anything tonight. Use caution for black ice tomorrow morning if you got to get out there before sunrise. Uh, Black ice could be an issue, so bear that in mind. Uh, leave a bit early, drive a bit slower. So um, it's unfortunate that I can't reach more people than what I do. But I will say this to those of you who drive 75, 80 miles per hour on this kind of dangerous road conditions, idiots. So uh, that's it in a nutshell. So that's going to do it for your video briefing today. Uh, we'll be back later today. If anything develops otherwise, I'll leave y'all alone. I know basically sent everybody into PTSD with these uh, updates and giving it, you know, play-by-play narratives and all that. But it's what I do. Don't kill the messenger. So with that, we'll talk to you again later, and thanks for tuning in. Remember, here on YouTube, smash that thumbs up like button, hit that little subscribe button, and click that little bell and select notifications so you get the notifications. No, you have to have a YouTube account in order to get uh, notifications, and YouTube's free. It's just like signing up for an email. Email's free, YouTube's free. So with that, uh, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again later.